Hi, welcome back to Conversations on a Bench. I'm Kim Cook with Bread of Life Mission, and I'm sitting on this bench until noon tomorrow. And I am just so thankful that people are coming to talk to me. And I have a volunteer and a neighbor here, Renee Vodder. And I just kind of grabbed her and said, "Hey, come talk to me." So,
Thank you for doing that.
yeah, thanks for coming. You should pull that up closer to you.
Okay,
We have
how's
a
that?
lot of noise on the street tonight.
It's active.
It is very active.
There's a lot of activity tonight. And there's
Yeah.
no art walk.
Okay, yeah. We've we've got an issue. We might have to go to break in a few minutes, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So Renee, you live here in Pioneer Square.
Yes,
Right?
I've been here for 21 years.
Yeah. Is that coming through the audio? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've got somebody with a mental health crisis down the street, and we're trying to get her some help, but if we might need to cut to break, we'll see.
Yeah.
But in about 10 minutes, we're going to a national feed again. So Renee, you, like I said, you
Yes.
live here in Pioneer Square.
I do.
How long have you lived here?
21 years. I moved
Yeah.
here in 2004, and it's the first home. Like I purchased my husband and I purchased a condo, so it's our first home that we've owned and haven't left yet.
Wow.
Probably won't.
What do you love about Pioneer Square?
Such a great question. You, I love the community. I mean, I think that is why I stay, and it's always been a beautiful area of Seattle, the first neighborhood. It's historic. There's tons of fabulous small businesses, and I think it's been really cherished in a lot of ways. But it's also gritty,
It's
which
gritty.
which keeps it kind of interesting. But
Yeah.
I think it's gotten a little grittier, or maybe a little too gritty in the last couple of years. But
Yeah. Well, that was going to be my next question.
yeah,
Yeah. What are the changes you've seen over those 21 years?
I always described my time in Pioneer Square as feast or famine. Like we have, when I moved here in 2004, it was super quiet. There wasn't very much going on. And then we started to really see businesses show up. There was, it became more and more vibrant. Things were picking up, a few more residents. And then the 2008 hit and the bubble burst. And so it got really quiet again. And then in the mid 2010s, we started to see a lot of vibrancy again and like really cool restaurants. We were really kind of a hip place to come down and hang out for a lot of people in the city. And then the pandemic hit and we started over again. So I would say I've seen just this kind of circle of vibrancy. We know we can pull ourselves up by the bootstraps and bring back the energy and make this a great place to live. But it's kind of like when we get hit really hard, and it just feels like it's taking a little longer this time to make the comeback, which I think is true for a lot of cities and a lot of Seattle. And I think we're actually doing better than a lot of Seattle in that way. But we've got a lot of people living on the streets, and it's hard. It's hard to see that.
Yeah.
And you want to help. And
And
there's no easy solution. If there was an easy solution, it would be solved.
It would be fixed right now, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you lead a group here in Pioneer Square. Do you want to tell us about that?
I would love to talk about Circle the Square. So, excuse me. I have two co-founders, Paul Hughes and Grace Norman, and I started about 2 years ago a group called Circle the Square. So our mission is to help create community, bring a perception of safety, and really focus on helping Pioneer Square thrive. And what that means to us is, taking responsibility or accountability and ownership of the things that we have some control or some power over, and to leverage the resources that are available. So we walk twice a week with a group of neighborhood residents, volunteers, business owners. We have different members of different service organizations that come with us. Sometimes the SPD or sometimes the care team. The Downtown Seattle Association has mid-team members that walk with us or ambassadors that walk with us most times. And we really just look for opportunities to solve problems. So it may be reporting something on a Find It and Fix It app or removing graffiti ourselves. We also try to advocate for the neighborhood and draw attention to
Mhm.
what's going on, and walk with politicians or talk with different city leaders, and and create community. So we also try to spend money in the
Yeah.
local businesses each week and show them that we care and welcome new businesses and people to the neighborhood.
Mhm.
So
That's
it's really
great.
social cohesion is
Yeah.
the name of the game for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really community.
It's community.
Yeah. Yeah. Making sure
Absolutely.
it's safe and
Yeah.
pulling
And wanting
community
to
together and
do
knowing your
something. Yeah.
community. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that.
Take responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What are the uh, issues you're seeing here around, our topic of
Mm.
homelessness, mental illness, addiction?
Yeah, I think it's like a wave. It feels like, the tide is rising, and we're seeing more and more people that need help, and it's not clear how to get them help often, or if they want help or not. But it seems like there's just a lot more people camping on the streets again, which I think had been resolved for quite a while. But I feel like just even in the last few months, we've just seen more aggressive behavior and more people
Yeah.
in the parks, on the sidewalks.
I've seen an
Yeah.
uptick just in the last 2 months
Mm-hmm.
on the tents. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I use the Find It Fix It app all the time,
Yeah.
but I noticed that the email that I get back saying, "Yeah, we got your thing," it used to say, we're hard on encampments, we don't want to, and now it's like, "Yeah, we're watching that." I'm like, "Huh, you're watching it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you going to watch somebody assault someone on the street?" Because that happened this week,
Yeah.
right? So I'm kind of frustrated about that.
I think we're lacking some clarity on what's acceptable and what isn't.
Yeah,
I agree.
because it's not just a tent.
Yeah.
There are people, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, the good chance there's either mental illness or addiction
Mm-hmm.
associated there.
That's what I understand too.
And so, like this week, we had 2 or 3 individuals who were having, like, they were being really, making threats and so on, and having crises here on the
Yeah.
street,
Yeah.
and had to be arrested. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
multiple police had to be involved and so on.
Well, we
and
saw that this afternoon.
yeah, there was
I don't
one
know
up here.
what went down, but
That was a
yeah.
third or fourth person.
Yeah.
I really think, and I talked to Amy Barden about this
Mm.
earlier, I think there's some really tainted drug supply out there right now. I mean, it's always tainted,
Right.
but there's some bad stuff.
Yeah. I've been
And-
curious about that.
Yeah.
Because I had walked with a sergeant from the downtown activation team about a month ago, and he was asking some questions around, like, are you all seeing needles?
Yeah.
Like, because there's been some kind of a shift because the drug supply maybe is changing. And it does affect people pretty significantly
Right.
in their behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got 2 minutes
Okay,
to the
2
national
minutes.
feed.
Yeah.
What's one thing you'd like to say about, I don't know, to our viewers? I don't know. What's
Wow,
one
what's
thing
one
you'd
thing-
like to say?
Yeah. Well, I think number one, thank you, Kim, because you have been down here for, I think, about a year and a half now.
Just over 2 years.
Just over 2 years, and I think you've been an incredible addition to the neighborhood and have done fantastic work with the Bread of Life. Your team that I'm getting to spend 4 hours with today in this volunteer shift are all fantastic and phenomenal people.
You're great.
And I think you have set an incredibly high bar for everybody in the neighborhood in regards to what helping people in recovery and face addiction can look like. Like you've raised the standard, and we feel it.
Thank
It's like
you.
you're helping the neighborhood rise. So thank you.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I didn't even pay her. So anyway, well, Renee, thank you. Thanks for being a great neighbor. We so appreciate you, and thanks for volunteering tonight.
Of course, yeah. I appreciate the opportunity. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, we are going to go to the national feed. They're going to have another interview, and this is Citygate Network, which is over 300 rescue missions across North America, and there are 70 other mission CEOs that across North America that are doing this at the same time as me. So you're going to get to hear more from them, and there's just great work going on all across the country. So we're going to take a quick break and go to that feed.